Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello everyone, and now welcome. Welcome to a game between MartialSpirit and Fukaimori. This game taking place here on Echo Isle. I believe that is the name. Let me go ahead and double check them. Yes, that are the names. So, well, we'll see what these particular players bring to the table. I don't believe I've cast these games before in the past. And well, it's nice to see what upcoming players and new players are doing in WarCraft 3. Really miss I really miss how popular WarCraft 3 was back in the day, and with the plethora. Well, I can't even say plethora with the competitive RTSs that are currently out there: StarCraft 2, Brood War, and WarCraft 3. WarCraft 3 perhaps being a distant third right now. I still want to see these games, see where they're going to be going. If you guys haven't done so, I do also suggest you guys follow Frost Giant Studios and also Dreamhaven. Frost Giant Studios has already announced that they're going to be making an RTS game. Nothing too exciting as of yet, but they are actually local to me. They're still in Irvine. And well, I don't know if you guys follow them, and then I don't know, plug me somehow to when they do something, when they do have some sort of thing to cover, I'll be able to get you guys that information, signing the necessary NDAs, but that's all years and years out from now. Anyways, what are we looking at here? We are seeing a scout tower already being placed down, double farms in position, and this one way in, one way out situation, making it difficult for the Death Knight to try and come in and harass. However, ghouls should be able to still walk past there without that big of an issue, as things are getting set up. All right, Footmen now looking to do a little bit of scouting. Mountain King making its way down to the south here. Militia are being joined in on the fight. And this Death Knight is not a Death Knight. It is actually a Crypt Lord first. The Crypt Lord actually a bit delayed in its timing, and I'm curious as to what's going on here. Also, we're looking at Fukaimori with a very forward, Nerubian tower that is going to be able to slow things more, but it's not going to actually be able to protect those acolytes once they get into the back. All right, this is a rather interesting choice and interesting play. Not necessarily the most efficient, but as plays change, well, as players get better and they develop more efficiencies, it's that experimentation that makes things get better and better. A whole bunch of peasants very low on hit points now retreating back. We are looking at a farm getting picked up here, a forest troll, shadow priest, a single footman, and we don't see that many peasants out. Maybe we'll be looking at an expansion at some point, but there's only one footman as well. The 28 supply. Where are all of those footmen? 13 supply is currently there, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, really not that many footmen out on the field currently. We should be looking at militia being called down and then trying to do some sort of fast expansion. Now, the pacing on this game is a little bit slower, as we are looking at, well, an acolyte already haunting the gold mine here and setting up a ziggurat. We are now looking at the militia making their way down, looking to clear this 5-3-3 creep camp as well. But I believe that MartialSpirit is actually going to get punished here. He doesn't have nearly as many units. The militia, well, their time life is already coming to an end, or they're on the backside of it already. And in comes, well, the very wide army of Fukaimori. All right, that's going to go ahead and continue to fight this around here. Mountain King sitting at level 2. Oh, nope. Does not get the last hit there. There's a big thunderclap followed by a major impale. Forest Troll Berserker looking to do a large amount of damage. There's level 3 on the Mountain King. Level 3 on the Mountain King does mean level 2 clap. And all of a sudden, well, two very low hit point footmen trying to escape away. Ghoul going to get in the way right there. More damage getting added. Mountain King is again losing that one bit of experience from that level 3 creep was absolutely huge. Not being able to get a very, very fast level 2 thunderclap out early, and forcing a level 2 and a level 1. That was a major setback right there, as more peasants, well, more militia trying to run back here. Militia now trying to retreat back here. Are we going to get a new Forest Troll Shadow Priest? I do believe so. That is going to be quick for Abolish Magic. But one thing very important to keep track of is the fact that the Crypt Lord is only sitting at level 2 during this time. All right, coming back around, there's a quick Abolish Magic. There goes another Beetle, and the Crypt Lord will now be backing away. All right, Mountain King making its way back over. It's only level 1 Stormbolt, so I do not believe we are going to be seeing a Stormbolt coming here. It makes more sense for the Mountain King to try and save up that mana for when more ghouls do try and crash the party. We are getting up a lumber mill off over here. The scout tower off to the north is already being upgraded to an arcane tower as we are getting these towers into position. Interesting call on the positioning of this town hall. Normally the town hall is built off over here. That way the peasants are further away and you're not exposed as much from the south. Also, the towers are a little bit more tucked away, but that isn't what we're seeing here. As we can already quickly take a look, Fukaimori running on in with units from the south side here. We are getting in a lot of repairs. Double Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Are we going to perhaps get in a lot of damage across all of these ghouls? Ghouls are taking a large amount of damage, and the Crypt Lord could be in trouble. Crypt Lord down to 246 hit points. Mountain King does not have enough experience or mana as of yet. Are we going to see a Stormbolt come across here? Up to 76 mana. There's a Stormbolt trying to get in front, as we may get in enough damage off to the north here. All right, Crypt Lord down to 54 hit points, 30, 40 hit points, and it is enough to escape. That line of sight around the tree did not follow, and well, the unit will be able to back up there. Back at home for Fukaimori. Fukaimori is currently looking at, well, running on 2 bases, teching to tier 2, and I believe there's going to be a break in the action for a little bit as both sides, well, transition into the mid-game. Tech to tier 2, however, delayed for the human player, MartialSpirit, finally getting that tech to tier 2 started, and that will delay that Mountain King. Now remember, we are playing on Echo Isle. And with Echo Isle, it means that there are a lot less creeps on the map. And with that being said, there's less creeps on the map. They are going to be forced to fight each other sooner rather than later. Large maps or large creeping maps like Turtle Rock and Twisted Meadows, you're able to get your second hero up to a much higher level. But we are not going to see that being the case so far, as the Mountain King is sitting at level 4 and the Crypt Lord is still only sitting at level 2, not even yet at level 3. Alright, Tome of Agility picked up. Ogre Magi isn't going to get taken down. Quick Stormbolt right there. Footman gets taken down by creeps. Potion of Invulnerability now picked up, and there is a calculated retreat. Arcane Vault now needs to get started. It is already 3/4 or 2/3 of the way done, as we are looking into a transition into the Blacksmith for some Riflemen. Alright, Crypt Lord gonna make its way down to the south here. Quickly spot that there is, well, nothing available for it. There you see another Dark Rich or the Sacrificial Dagger being used to try and heal up more units. And things just aren't going well for Fukaimori. Yes, he was able to set up his expansion first. He does have a slight gold advantage, but it is not translated yet out onto the field. We are looking with MartialSpirit having the economic advantage, the supply advantage, the hero level advantage. He is slightly behind in terms of his economy, but, well, it could just be that his opponent ended up losing a lot more. All right, Mountain King comes in. There's a Thunderclap right there. Are we going to see some death onto some of those Crypt Fiends? One more shot. There it goes. Finishes it off right there, trying to deal more damage, take down those units. Again, Mountain King low on mana continually, really needs that Blood Mage, as that second hero didn't even bother to use a Clarity Potion, and with no possible bashes, well, things could go sideways very quickly. Alright, Beetles. Alright, this Mountain King does have a Potion of Invulnerability, gonna go ahead and use that right there, gonna finish off more units. Mountain King getting closer to level 5. As the Crypt Lord with double claws of attack +5 right now, turning into, well, a little bit of not really that tanky of a hero, since it does not have the Spiked Carapace and the additional armor. Burrow Rush, good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. as we're looking at, well, the Arcane Vault here, a lot of towers down to the south here, and all of these peasants were actually walking around the trees as opposed to trying to stay within the confines and stay safe here. It's really been a story about who's been more efficient, and MartialSpirit is the one that has been much more aggressive with his creeping. And by being more aggressive with his creeping, he should be able to get to level 5 on his Mountain King. Archmage is going to be the second hero instead of the Blood Mage. Interesting choice. And then again, with the Impale coming in from the Crypt Lord, being able to shut down that Siphon mana, perhaps the Archmage's continuous mana from that Brilliance Aura would just be that much better. All right, Footman, we're trying to go after one Acolyte. There it goes. Acolyte taken down, level 5 now on the Mountain King, going straight after that Haunted Gold Mine now. Footman don't even have Defend, and today your voice, yeah. Yesterday, I found my voice to be a little bit stressed at trying to force everything. I'm glad that I think I feel much more relaxed today. I'm trying to force excitement and force all of those things, and really just trying to get into the pace of this game a bit more. Anyways, we're looking at the Archmage, who did go for Brilliance Aura first. Brilliance Aura first on an Archmage. Interesting choice considering that there's only 2 Forest Troll Shadow Priests besides the Mountain King. Trying to get all of that necessary mana. We did go for level 3, level 3 Thunderclap, as we're now going into a dual Arcane Sanctum. Dual Arcane Sanctum, normally not common at this point, as we see a Lich second. All right, Lich second, very unheard of story here, as we're looking at a Thunderclap now come across. No Death Knight to try and save any of those units, as we're going to see, a beautiful Impale picking up nearly the entire human army. There goes another Stormbolt Archmage, still deals a lot of damage, and we can see how these hit and run tactics are working. Footmen are getting taken out. Is the second Footman going to get lost? No, it is not, but a good number of Crypt Fiends are gone there. You see all of that green goo that those Crypt Fiends have. I don't know. I don't know if I can really call it blood. All of that green goo when you smash and squash a bug. Lich is sitting at level 1. It went for Frost Armor first. So we've seen a number of curious spell choices coming, and the hero choice at level 2. Normally the Lich needs that Death Knight in front of him to be able to stay alive. That level 1 and even level 2 Death Coil saves so much hit points, especially when you're fighting or going up against an already a level 5 Mountain King with level 2 Stormbolt. What ends up happening is the Stormbolt gets the stun onto that Lich if it is taking a little bit of damage, giving the Mountain King time to run up to that Lich and then land that Thunderclap, causing it to be slowed even further. We'll see if that is going to be the case here. Level 3 on that Crypt Lord, almost level 4, now with a level 2 Lich. 3 claws on that Lich. Well, yeah, the Lich does have 3 claws, but no Orb of Corruption yet. Not quite a 50 caliber, as we are now transitioning into a slaughterhouse with meat wagons and necromancers. All right. I know if the Lich has, I would say the Lich has more of an automatic, automatic as opposed, yeah. What? No, oh, sorry, my analogy is just falling apart. The Lich's auto attack is going to be very high, so more like a semi-automatic or automatic rifle. It's going to be the grenade launcher of the Mountain King's Stormbolt and the Holy Light of the Paladin. That 1-2-3 combination is just going to perhaps be melting heroes, and you don't see that very often coming in from human being able to melt the enemy heroes that quickly. However, do we see enough priests out onto the field to help deal with the necromancers? That is the question and that we should be looking at. Necromancer, that a sudden pop-up army, so to speak, can really cause problems, as it is a transition into spellbreakers instead of a priest. Oh, this is going to be bad news here. The skeletal minions are already going to be trying to dive on in. Meat wagons do, well, put in a lot of pressure. I hear some sort of siege attack ready to go as the spellbreakers are now, well, in that front line. All right, meat wagons dealing damage. In comes some more units. There goes a Frost Nova onto that Mountain King. Mountain King gets in that level 2 Thunderclap, or level 3 Thunderclap, nearly taking down multiple units, and we're still fighting away. No obsidian statues to try and provide mana as the siege engines are rolling on out. All right, Scroll of Healing as an obsidian statue now shows up to the fight, and that siege engine just trying to run around and unable to roll over any of those units. Mountain King is in serious trouble. 69 supply compared to 54. MartialSpirit is now in a dangerous situation as the militia now trying to join in. However, the militia, what are they going to do except provide a whole bunch of additional peasants and corpses on the ground? Paladin now gets up to level 2. We're looking at more units popping on up, more beetles coming out of the ground as the Lich is still auto-attacking away. All right, Mountain King doing a lot of damage. There is that Stormbolt Thunderclap, as I mentioned, and followed by that Holy Light Crypt Lord down to 40 hit points, and he is going to be forced to rinse and repeat this strategy if he wants it to go very far. 47 supply compared to 69. Human taking a large amount of damage and now wondering, well, what can they do? We are going into the adept training on those priests, training those priests right now, and that's exactly what we needed to see. Crypt Lord did not get to level 5. Lich is just shy of level 3. And, well, even taking down the Null Poachers off over here to give an odd experience level to the Lich would be a very smart call, especially since you're just waiting to get additional mana on those Necromancers, but those Null Poachers are just sitting off over there. All right, skeletal minions making their rounds. Siege engine getting hidden off to the side here. Arcane Tower just trying to get in some free damage. Is the Mountain King going to be able to want to even make their way over? Arcane Tower now needs to be repaired, and this is pretty much free damage right now, as the guard towers are going to be the ones that are most likely finishing off that little bit right there. Nope, Paladin actually got some experience. That's not what you wanted to do, as we're looking at a 76 supply army of Fukaimori making its way over. Will MartialSpirit have enough gas in the tank to really be able to fight back? Lich did get to level 3 during this time, and we are looking at Scrolls of Healing, double Scroll of Healing to try and counteract the Mountain King's level 3 Thunderclap. We are looking at a 66 supply army compared to 38. MartialSpirit losing in the army supply, and, well, finally getting priest out. And now that level 2, is it level 2 Brilliant Aura? Yes, no, level 2 Water Elementals instead of level 2 Brilliant Aura. Mountain King loses all that mana, and we're going to see a big Frost Nova go down, trying to slow things up. There's a Scroll of Healing to try and counteract. There's a Holy Light, as we now see, well, a bunch of skeletal minions now out onto the field. Once that Mountain King lost a little bit of mana, trying to summon up those skeletal mages, that's what you want to do. Lich could be in trouble, down to 40 hit points, down to 1 hit point, and it escapes. Holy Light, however, well, shutting that route off. All right, Lich at level 3 has fallen. There goes an Impale, taking down 2 priests right there. However, the Crypt Lord seems to have dove in a little bit too far, gets finally up to level 5, and we're looking at the army coming across. However, that Thunderclap just completely, well, dealing so much damage to that undead army. Mountain King needs a little bit more mana, and looks like it does have it. There's a Thunderclap going in for more green blood. Mountain King now trying to retreat. 36 supply, 76 supply compared to 38, as more skeletal minions are making their way out. The entire undead army is extremely wide. Mountain King needs a little bit more mana, and once more, Archmage finally gets up to level 2 Brilliant Aura as the armies are continuing to fight. Meat Wagons trying to finish off some of these guard towers here. They will get taken down. Crypt Lord going to get closer and closer to level 6. Disease Cloud across all of those units, slowing down the overall effective healing, and that is incredibly important. Crypt Fiend now trying to get in. We're going to see a major Thunderclap. There goes a Banshee alongside some other units as the Mountain King tries to back away again. All right, massive repairs are underway. Double Meat Wagons attempting to take down the Great Hall, as you're going to see all of these peasants get taken out as well. Well, we are looking at the Crypt Lord. Still has plenty of still has that Swirl Town Portal, as we see a Holy Light come down here. Tactical retreat once more. Mountain King trying to land a Stormbolt. Doesn't finish off the Necromancer. He stays alive at 6 hit points. All right. So far, we are looking at, well, we need to see a new obsidian statue. That's what we need to see. The entire undead army, very low on hit points, needs to stay on blight. 74 supply. And what's even more shocking behind this is that Fukaimori is sitting on 1,300 gold still. He has been purposely staying in low upkeep. He's going to get that lich back out. And now that Crypt Lord, well, are we going to perhaps be looking at some sort of dark ritual to try and or ritualistic dagger to try and heal up all of these units? No, we are not seeing that. The obsidian statue, as you can see, very low on mana. A fresh one needs to be out, as we now see banshees out for that precious anti-magic shell. All right, we are looking no real problem for Fukaimori. The question is going to be how much gold or what is going to happen to MartialSpirit's expansion here. How much can he really mine from, and how effective those that Staff of Sanctuary on that Mountain King is going to be. Mountain King is in fact sitting at just shy of level 6. Skeletal minions do give experience. You have to be aware of that. At a level 6 Mountain King, we may see Avatar completely skipped going into level 3 Stormbolt. Now, Knights are out onto the field as well with 2-0 upgrades, working alongside those Spellbreakers. Meanwhile, Meat Wagons ready to roll on out here. We see 2 Meat Wagons, 2 Obsidian Statues, Crypt Fiends for the front line, and, well, Necromancers for that quote-unquote pop-up army. We're going to be looking at the Banshees rolling on through as well. Anti-magic shell protecting those Crypt Fiends will be incredibly important. And, well, we're looking at what's going to on this push. What needs to be done by MartialSpirit to defend this? Well, first of all, I don't know if he even wants to try and set up another another town hall here. Ivory towers are being set up down to the south, and what the Crypt Lord could do is actually just put pressure onto the main base instead, as that would nullify any effect or of Staff of Sanctuary, as they would not be being teleported very far. All right, coming down in, you can see that there is no town hall here, and with that, Fukaimori's options are going to be changing. All right, unit's going to try and back away. No arcane towers, cannon towers getting added in here. Are we going to see an impale? Yes, there's a major impale, followed by a major thunderclap. Mountain King sitting that and does go in fact for level 3 Stormbolt. Alright, Crypt Lord trying to set himself up for another major impale off to the side. Are we going to see that major distance spell coming across? 53 supply compared to 78. There is that impale, as we now see anti-magic shell protecting that Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord does not have enough mana for the Locust Swarm. Is it going to try and cast it once it gets up to level 6? Does have anti-magic shell? No, still summoning up more beetles instead, as we are now looking at the guard towers nearing completion and the cannon tower. All right, there goes another impale. Archmage could get taken down to 51 hit points. Frost Nova blasts him down, as more and more pop-up armies still making their presence known. Water Elemental taking down. Holy Light saving that knight right there. Mountain King's Staff of Sanctuary on cooldown. And another Thunderclap is all you need. Mountain King needs a little bit of mana. Could buy a potion of mana to escape all of this, but it doesn't look like he's going to try and do that at all. There goes the Mountain King, and pretty much the game. Trying to resurrect a level 6 Mountain King, nearly impossible. And forgot Euro players love Necro. All right, yeah. That Necro wagon just coming out of nowhere, giving the undead a nice strong pop-up army before there were priests out onto the field. Without the priests out onto the field and the lack of dispel magic, well, it changes everything. Undead armies are normally not known for their ability to take down buildings. That's one of the reasons why Necro Wagon works so well. Most of the times you don't think that the undead army is going to bring a fight to your base and actually be able to deal damage to your buildings. Once those meat wagons were in position, that siege damage on those farms, on that town hall, and put a lot of pressure in a place that the human player never expected to fight. The counter were priests, which he didn't have, and that fight ended up lasting longer. And, well, having longer fights in your base when there is siege damage generally works against you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.